Welcome to Shop Central Kentucky in one of your favorite communities, Bardstown, Kentucky, downtown Bardstown, and in one of my favorite stores and so many favorite stores here in downtown Bardstown, the Kentucky Bourbon Marketplace. And I'm again this year with Dee Dee King, who is the owner, along with her husband Howard, of this wonderful, wonderful store in downtown Bardstown. You know, we have really been blessed by having such a facility like this downtown because we have really wanted your one-stop place for everything bourbon.
Right.
And you all have done that here.
We have a little bit of everything and more.
Right. And which is good because it's Christmas time, and for most guys who like bourbon and most women who enjoy all the things that go along, the accessories and all the fun things, this is a place you really need to be to do your Christmas shopping, to finish your Christmas shopping, or any time really of the year that you're thinking about items like that. So, you know, this place is chock full, so we're going to try to show you as much as we can. But Dee Dee, first of all, let's start. What's popular this year? What are the big things that people are looking at?
Well, as always, our bourbon is popular.
Yes.
It's the star of the show here. But giftware and so forth, of course, Downton Abbey. It's the final season this year, and so many people have gotten on board with the series on PBS, and so we do have some Downton Abbey inspired giftware. Of course, that's set just during World War I, and now they're into the Roaring 20s. So we've kind of gone back Great Gatsby era, and of course during Prohibition, and there was the speakeasies and cocktails and so forth. So if you look at our table here, we have a mixing glass to mix the cocktails with. We have slate coasters, vintage like glassware. We have our silver, our mint julep cups, which are very reasonably priced also. So it makes a very pretty gift to give someone, especially during the holidays, but even year round. And we have hostess gifts, things to use, you know, on your table during parties. We have decanters, cut glass decanters and glassware. And we have a slate cheese board shaped the state of Kentucky, and the accessories to use with the cheese board too. So a lot of things here to entertain.
And very unusual. I mean, the Kentucky slate board, that would be a perfect gift for somebody. And you know, that's someone who is a bourbon enthusiast or not an bourbon enthusiast. It's really something for everyone, and that's what you need to describe too, that even if your choice is not bourbon or not spirits in general, this is still a place that has some of the most unusual gifts you can actually ever find.
Right. We even have Lazy Susans. This is a really large, looks like they call it a quarter barrel. Lazy Susan, and just real heavy and sturdy. That would be beautiful on anyone's table. And then we have just your traditional wooden barrelhead Lazy Susan and all too.
Now, can you get the Lazy Susans and the barrelheads you have? Can you get those personalized?
I do have a resource to do that.
Okay.
Yes, we can do personalized barrelheads and Lazy Susans.
And they have been good gift items as well for, I know, wedding gifts and things like that. A lot of people are doing that. And I know you are one of the only sources we actually have in downtown Bardstown that you can get that from.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. And we also can get monogrammed glassware. So if you have a bride and groom in the family that's planning a wedding and need a registry, we can definitely set them up for that.
Okay, so let's talk food items, because a lot of times Christmas we're thinking about putting out a table full of appetizers. We're thinking about giving a gift to somebody.
Right.
And so what do you have as far as food items that people can pick up and take back with them?
Okay, we have, thinking about breakfast, we have a biscuit mix and a pancake mix that you can make and have the Evan Williams maple syrup with it, or bourbon honey. We have Maker's Mark coffee, Jim Beam coffee. We have bourbon tea, actually. Then we also have our spices and a lot of bourbon-infused mustards, sugars, barbecue sauces, marinades. We actually carry the Henry Baines sauce that originated from the Pendennis Club in Louisville, as well as the Old Fashioned cocktail originated from the Pendennis Club. We have chocolate sauces, and then that leads us over also to our candies. We have probably the largest selection of bourbon balls in Bardstown.
In Bardstown, definitely.
Right.
Yes, you do.
We carry Maker's Mark, Woodford Reserve, Evan Williams, Jim Beam, and Buffalo Trace bourbon balls. We carry the Kentucky Woods bourbon barrel cake. We have beer cheese. We have fudge from the Abbey of Gethsemane, and we also carry their fruitcakes.
Okay.
This time of year, fruitcake is very popular.
And you can't find those as many places as you used to be able to find
Right.
those in Bardstown, so it's nice to know you have them
We have
right
them
down
here.
here. Now, are you able to take any of these things and ship them for people who are not actually able to be
Absolutely.
in Bardstown to get them? You can ship them.
Right, and that's a very nice gift too, because sometimes you want to do something with a bourbon theme, and we can't ship bourbon. The law does not allow us
Right.
to ship actual alcohol. And any of the food products, typically they're all less than 1% of
Right.
alcohol. They just have the flavorings and all there, so they're easy gifts to ship.
Okay. Now the other
And
thing,
gift baskets too. We do.
so
gift,
you do put them together.
Absolutely,
Okay.
we do it for corporate gifts and just for people wanting to put together a gift basket for someone.
That's a great idea. Now I'm also looking over here at some of the bourbon creams and some of the additives that you can put into your coffees and some of your other drinks. Let's talk about those as well.
Okay, we do carry the Buffalo bourbon cream, and which is a great seller because,
Right.
like you said, it's on. You can put it in coffee, you can or hot chocolate. You can put it in your or just drink it straight. I've heard people putting it on ice cream and on maybe the bourbon barrel cake, and also you can do a lot of that. We do carry Jim Beam eggnog. Now this is non-alcoholic, so for people that don't want to have a cocktail or don't like to drink and all, or they can have eggnog and not worry about there being alcohol in it.
Alcohol in it, okay.
Yes. And then we always do every year our Christmas Kiss,
Yes.
which is equal parts of our peppermint bark and our chocolate truffle liqueur.
Okay. Are we going to do that today?
Well, no, I have something else special
Okay.
today.
Look forward to that.
And we also have hot chocolate. I forgot to
Okay.
mention that. We have bourbon and cocoa,
Okay.
hot chocolate. We have the John Wayne bacon cocoa, and it's a great seller. And we're also carrying bourbon ball marshmallows.
Okay. You know, bacon is big this
It
year.
is big.
Bacon
It's-
is really making a comeback. You see, everything you have bacon in, so you've got
We
something
also-
with the bacon here.
Bourbon
okay.
and bacon team up great.
Okay.
We even have bacon socks.
Yeah. I guess there is a niche out there. I don't quite get it, but good for people that enjoy that. Your books, too. Books are always a big
Oh.
seller. I mean, Christmas time, year-round, anytime you want to get, and these are fun books. These are books you can
These-
pull out and say, let's make a cocktail.
Definitely. We have cocktail books, a whole book on the Old Fashioned, a whole book on the Manhattan, a whole book on the Mint Julep. But we also have books such as the history of bourbon. We have Bourbon Curious from Fred Minnick, and also we have his Whiskey Women. And people don't realize this. You know, whiskey was a woman's job. Distilling
Right.
originally was women's work, and all. And he talks about how women saved the whiskey industry. We also have a very nice coffee table book, the Kentucky Bourbon Experience, which has a lot of photography and from the distilleries. It's a beautiful book done by Leon Hewitt from over in Hardin County. And then we also have something from Buffalo Trace and Maker's Mark, as well as Fred Knows book, too.
Well, great.
So-
Well, let's run into the other room and look at some more gift items, some unique gift items that people may want to think for stocking stuffers or other ideas for gift items for Christmas.
Great.
We are now finding ourselves in the gift shop section of the Kentucky Bourbon Marketplace, and I think one of the first things that came to mind when it just drew my eye to this was this whiskey wedge corksicle. Now,
Yes.
you got to explain this because this is one of the coolest things ever.
Okay. If you it's a really nice cocktail glass, and it comes with a mold that it's kind of wedged like, and you can tell it's a heavy.
It is
so
heavy,
it's
yeah.
it's not gonna it's a really nice quality, too. So you put the mold in your glass, and there's a hole here,
Okay.
and you put water in, and then you actually put the whole thing in the freezer. And once it freezes, you would just remove the mold, and you would have a wedge of
And
ice.
It shows it right
Yeah.
here, the wedge of ice. So it's just keeping your bourbon chilled.
It keeps it chilled, or anything. You
Yeah.
could, I mean, it still holds 9 ounces of liquid.
So you can put anything in there you want.
A soft drink if you
Yeah,
want it to. It's your
absolutely.
glass.
That
yeah.
is so neat.
And
That
of
is
course,
awesome.
when you get a chunk of ice, it doesn't water your drink down
Right.
the way that a ice cube would.
Ice Cube does.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is something else that's fun. The carry-on cocktail kit. Now let's talk about that.
Okay, we have it. It comes in the old fashioned, the Moscow Mule, and a gin and tonic. But you have everything here to make 2 cocktails, and you can carry it on the plane because there's no liquid
In there.
per se. And of course, then on the plane you would get your mini.
Yeah.
And this just makes a great stocking stuffer for someone who travels a lot,
That's great.
or just as somebody would just love it anyway. Just it's a cute idea.
That's brilliant. I mean, who comes
know.
up with these things? That's a brilliant idea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
Okay, so there's lots of other fun things over here. You know, candles are
Candles.
always fun too. If you want your house just to smell like that wonderful smell of bourbon, you know, you've got all these different types of candles
Right.
here that are fun.
Hot maple toddy, Kentucky bourbon. We even have a whiskey and tobacco candle that's been very, very popular this year. And then also a candle from the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. And then we have all of our different caps and T-shirts. We carry the Moscow Mule has been big this year, so the mug, the copper mugs, we have those, and these are all affordably priced too. They're easy on the wallet during the holidays.
Well, one thing, Dee Dee, I see that I've always known when you all come in here is the fact that you've probably got such a large selection of T-shirts and hats, but they're actually T-shirts you don't see just everywhere.
Right.
They're very unusual. They're very classy, and they're very good quality too.
They are, and we have short sleeve and long sleeve this time of year, and we even have, everybody wants to know, do we have Pappy? Well, unfortunately, I don't have Pappy bourbon, but I have a Pappy T-shirt. and
Next
cap.
best thing.
So, yes, we have some form of Pappy here.
Okay. Another big thing that's big this year, and I'm trying to figure out why, but somebody again has been very brilliant. These socks that have come out now. Socks for you wear and socks to put over your drinks. And let's talk, you've got a great selection of
So
those.
we have bourbon socks, beer socks, coffee socks, and like I mentioned earlier, bacon. They're very good, high quality socks, and actually would keep your feet pretty warm and all. But they're just fun because everybody. For the bourbon lover or the beer lover. We also have an item called Freakers. And Freakers, the guy got a start on Shark Tank.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually a stretchable sock-like koozie that can go on anything from a beer bottle to a Coca-Cola can, a wine glass. I mean, it fits everything. It's amazing how it stretches, but they're cute. We again have a bacon, we have Superman, Batman, UK, and just a quirky fun.
Yeah, that is
yeah.
fun. So what are some of your favorite things in here? If you were to recommend a great Christmas gift for somebody, what would you recommend out of this part of your store?
Okay, well, everyone loves our bar towels because they're pretty funny and comical. So we get a lot of chuckles from that. For the ladies, we have some beautiful purses here and jewelry. And for the man, we have obviously our bourbons, but we also have a barrel stave tasting boards and candles and trays. We have flasks. We even have a golf flask that you can. It's a flask, but then it also has all your teas and on there too. So
Okay.
and you could put it on your golf
That's
bag.
a great gift item.
Yes.
That's a great
Yep.
gift item anytime.
Anytime.
Too. Yeah.
Even for Father's Day or
Right.
birthday.
I was looking at these. These kind of caught my eye, and these are very unusual. This is basically,
It's a belt bag.
it's a belt bag. Yeah.
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 And it comes with an extension because some
Not
of us,
everyone's the same size.
Yeah, that's right. But then also with the extension, you could even use it as a crossover bag. But it's a nice thing.
Those are
instead
really
of the old yucky fanny packs
Fanny
that we
pack.
used to have.
Yeah.
And
This is the upscale fanny pack.
exactly.
I guess you
And it's
consider
nice,
that.
especially if you want to run to the store real quick and not have to take a large purse with
Put
you.
your phone right here in the back,
Yeah.
which is always very
Yeah.
comfortable. But these are neat. This is
They're
a great
neat.
gift item and something that's new as well too. So what else in this room that you'd like to talk about?
We have lots and lots of stocking stuffers. I mean, we have peanut brittle, we have Jim Beam sunflower seeds, bourbon praline pecans, crunchy mixes, and also just everything that you could put in a stocking. We also have what's really popular here. It's known as our trail mixers. And there are 5 different miniatures from bourbon distilleries on the trail. So we say a whole new meaning to trail mix.
Trail mix, yes, exactly. I love that. And those have been popular. We've actually picked up a couple of them here to give as corporate gifts
Right.
when we've had guests come in town. And they
Yeah.
think it's a very, very clever
Yes.
thing very clever name to have that.
And we also carry things from artists, such as the shelf here. It's a bourbon bottle that's been mounted.
I was going to ask you
Right.
about that. I saw that when I was walking in. So
And
let's
then
talk about this.
Yes, the artist actually he cut the back side of the bottle to mount it to where it kind of gives an idea of a barrel head. And then there's a shelf, so this could sit on your bar or wherever, and it could also hang on the wall. And then the little tray here, you could do whatever if you want to put your tasting glass
Glasses
there,
on there, yeah.
or your cocktail glass, or even it could be if put it on a nightstand. It could be a catch-all
Yeah.
for a guy.
Rings and watches and wallets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have several different bourbons that we've done that with, and then we also have our chrome bottles that an artist took and chromed from the inside out. They're not to be used
right
now. They're you cannot use it as a decanter, but it's really pretty to sit out on a shelf. Or
I bought one of these last year
Yeah.
and gave it to my son-in-law at the time, and he'd never seen one, and now all of his friends are like, that is the coolest thing ever, because it just came out and nobody had seen them before.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a fun gift too.
Very nice. Okay, are we ready to go into your tasting
I think
bar?
so.
Okay, we will see you there. Well, as you all know, this is my favorite part of the tour every time we are able to do this. And so now we're in the bar, the tasting bar. Dee Dee, and you say you're going to whip up something new for me today.
I am. I'm going to just again go on and talk about, as always, we have our bourbon cream, and of course we have our Jim Beam eggnog without any alcohol in it. But if someone wants, they can add to it. There's even a recipe for a cheesecake. Eggnog cheesecake. I thought that was pretty neat.
That is pretty neat.
Of course, then we always talk about our Christmas kiss that's popular here with our peppermint, excuse me, our peppermint bark. I couldn't get that out, and our chocolate liqueur. And then over here, of course, when you have people coming in for the holidays, sometimes a Bloody Mary. People like to have that for breakfast, and it was really interesting. A friend of mine, the Bloody Kentucky does not have any alcohol in it, and it comes into the regular and the spicy. But a friend of mine actually uses this and puts it in her chili. And she says, if you ever do it, you'll never go back to traditional chili. I also put another couple items out here. I have a customer out of Bowling Green that comes here quite often, and he and his brother are big into the Bloody Marys. They're always trying to outdo each other, and so he likes to take our hot sauce, and it's a funny little hot sauce here. It's called Kentucky Horse Piss.
Go ahead and say it.
Kentucky Horse Piss. But it's actually a good little hot sauce because it doesn't turn your food of odd color and all.
It says Moonshine hot sauce.
Sauce, right. He just private labels it and, to make it Kentucky and all. And then, so he puts that in the Bloody Mary, along with, then he rubs his glass in the bacon burger rub. And so,
who would have thought?
Exactly. So if you're into Bloody Marys or into chili, come by and check out our Bloody Kentucky mix.
So will you make one of those here?
For someone, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if they want one,
right.
and all. But what I'm going to do for you today, when people are entertaining, they want to have cocktails. But a lot of times people are very intimidated by cocktails, making a cocktail and thinking, are they doing it right? And all. Well, we carry some products here. It's called Bitter Milk, and out of South Carolina. They're all, they're not additives to it. It's all organic and all. And it was developed by a chef and her husband, who is a mixologist, and they both teach at the South Carolina Culinary School. And they were the ones that developed this. And I call these cocktails in a bottle, because the smaller ones here, it's one part of the contents of the bottle, and one part or 4 parts of your alcohol. Okay, which is a bourbon. And then we have 3 old fashions. There's a whiskey sour, a Tom Collins, and let's see, the other one is a charred grapefruit tonic. And these are 50-50 there. But they are really, really good. And so the cocktail, it's been taken out. So
So is there true alcohol in this then?
There is no alcohol in this.
No alcohol at all?
No.
Okay.
No. So let's see, we're going to put some ice out. Okay. And we're going to do 1 part.
Okay, which one are we doing here?
We're doing one of the old fashions.
Okay.
Okay. So.
It looks pretty.
Yeah. And then I'm using one of our local bourbons here.
So how much was that you just put in there? What was that considered?
I just put a 1/4 of an ounce.
1/4 of an ounce,
yeah.
Okay.
So, and then I'm going to do just basically a shot, 1 ounce. And then I'll stir. Oops. And then you would just garnish it.
Okay.
If you want it. I didn't do any lemons today, so and it tells you exactly what to do on the back.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's still not intimidating. It tells you exactly what to do.
Tells you exactly what to do.
Okay.
Let's see.
Cheers. Wow. I mean,
and it's like
that tastes like a mixologist sat here
exactly
and mixed it all together.
Right.
Yet again, brilliant idea. That is amazing.
The neat thing about this too is you can make 1 cocktail. You can make 2 or 3 cocktails for friends. Or you could even use the whole thing to make a big punch. Or if you're having a party making. Needing several cocktails.
Dude, that's delicious.
Isn't that amazing?
I mean, it's really, really good.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, again, why can't we think of this stuff?
I don't know. Why can't we?
We'd be rich.
We'd be rich. We'd be living on our own private island somewhere. But that is really good. This is a great idea.
Yeah.
This is really a great idea. Well, what other great ideas do we have? I mean, we just may sit here and finish these things off. That's right. Well, you've got so much going on here during the holiday season. This is such a fun place to be.
Right.
Looking at the ornaments in your Christmas tree and all the bourbon paraphernalia type of ornaments on the tree as well.
And they are bourbon themed ornaments.
Bourbon themed ornaments. And those are fun gifts to take as a hostess gift or something like that.
Exactly.
Or to send to somebody. But let's talk about your hours.
Okay. Their store is open from 10 till 6, Monday through Saturday. And there's a few nights that we're going to be open later, such as the holiday open house on December 11th. and then of course after Christmas for the Moonlight Madness.
Which is always a fun time to come
Right.
to downtown Bardstown.
Yeah, and then our tasting room and bar, we're open on Fridays from 5 till midnight, and then we're open on Saturdays from 11 till midnight.
Okay, now let's talk about where you're located.
We're located at 110 West Flaget, downtown Bardstown. People know us as the building where the Balloon Lady used to
Lady
be.
was.
So.
Right. We've all been to the Balloon Lady, so it's easy to find where that was.
So yes.
Okay.
And then of course during the holidays, while you're shopping and all, come on in and visit us here and take a break,
Have a drink.
shop, have a drink, and
Tell them you saw it on this show, and they'll fix you one of these drinks up right now.
Absolutely.
That was really good. So,
Yeah.
Dee Dee, always fun to be with you during the holidays down here. I probably will be back to do a lot of my Christmas shopping, and just
We're always
so
happy
many
to have
things
you.
here for all members of your family right here at the Kentucky Bourbon Marketplace in downtown Bardstown. Merry Christmas to
Merry
you
Christmas
and
to
to
you.
Howard, and we hope to see everyone here very soon. So from all of us here at the Kentucky Bourbon Marketplace,
Merry
cheers
Christmas.
and Merry Christmas.